Hello once again everybody, welcome back to Satisfactory, and you can see that I have once again been incredibly busy. Over there is my concrete factory, which is 3 levels tall, because we need a lot of concrete. Over here I've been... what's the word I want to use? Planning. I've been planning where I want stuff, so iron plate's going to be in there. I know how many floors I want to put in. Over there, iron rods. That is absolutely huge. That's 6 floors. Is it 6? No, it's 4 floors. Sorry. It's 4 floors. But yes, I've been basically marking out what is going to go where and how big everything needs to be. So, it's been a while. I'm on foot right now because I fancy it, basically. Yeah, I started with the concrete because my factory over there just wasn't producing enough. You can imagine I need a ton of concrete. And yeah, this is 450 per minute, which is a hell of a lot more than my original concrete plant was producing. It's not quite enough for a fast belt, but it is still quite a lot. Coming down here, my basic... I'm going to go back to flying. My basic idea when it comes to balancing and efficiency is to supply more machines than you need. Because right now I've had all this turned off, so I've got a lot. I've got stuff in the splitters. You know, sorry, I don't know what's wrong with me today. I've got 1,000 of each in the splitters, so that's a little bit of buffer. There's obviously the miners. Once I find the door, the miners will obviously have a fair amount of buffer in them as well. So all the stuff's going to come down these conveyor belts completely full. It's only once you... I don't know what's wrong with my voice today. It's only once you exhaust the buffer in the miners that it then starts to filter through. And you then drop down from 600 to 450. So over here we should be getting 600 per minute. Near enough. Near enough, that's fine. It's probably a case... It's just a case that these don't produce. Yeah, so these will produce 450 per minute because it's taking in 15 each. Now it's 15 each, that's 150 per level, and we've got 3 levels, so that's 450. So the figure on the front is the maximum amount you're going to get if everything's been backed up for a while. That's how much it can take. It's not going to be supplied with a continuous amount because we're not pulling quite as much as we needed to. But anyway, yeah, I didn't realise I did that actually. Put the wall, the gate hole here. I don't know. I kind of like it. I kind of like that. But yes, everything on this side is kind of mirrored. It's quite cool. So yeah, we'll have a look at this. This is our everything we need to do for the space elevator deliveries. Phase 1, obviously, complete. Phase 2, I've produced the 500 smart plating needed for that. So, as you can see, down here, we need 500 modular engines for Phase 3. That in itself will require 1,000 smart plating. If you look further down, thermal propulsion rocket, for instance. 1,000 of those need 2,500 modular engines, which then needs 5,000 smart platings. So we know exactly how many of each of these things we need to build, and we can keep track of it. So that's very nice. We'll eventually move on to that. So yes, we've got the iron plates at 400 per minute. Iron rods 600 per minute. That does need a lot of That needs a lot of space. This here is where I'm going to be producing Caterium ingots. I believe that's only one floor. 150 per minute, I'm pretty sure that's only one floor. Over here then we have steel ingots. 450 per minute. I can't remember how many floors that is, but obviously the foundries take up quite a bit more room than the smelters. So yeah, I've had to bring the road down and have it make a corner. Over here then we have silica, because I use a lot of that to make quite a lot of windows for my factories. I haven't really planned out how many of those I'm going to be making yet, so I've just labelled it as X, but that's the space it's going to take. Over here then we'll have screws, wire and cable. I haven't really figured out exactly how many of those I'm going to be making either. But yeah, these are just spaces on the ground ready for filling. So basically, with all my construction projects, there's been a few things. I mean, I get through concrete like nobody's business. That would be obvious. Iron plates, they're fine. They're fine. I've got my factory down there that makes iron plates as fast as I use them. I don't think I need to rush the iron plate factory, because yeah, I've got loads. Concrete factory is now gone because yeah, that's completely redundant. I'm keeping all of the rest of this stuff here for now. Let's see. So what should we be doing? I think basically that silica is probably the next thing. Because obviously concrete, we're fine on concrete. Iron plates, I mean, we're producing them over there, so that's fine. Iron rods we don't really use much of at all, and I've got enough in here, I think. I could do with some more steel beams. I think I'm running a bit low on those. I'm sure I have some over here as well. From those over there. I mean, iron pipes. Steel pipes, I mean. We've got so many of those, it's ridiculous. Yeah, we've got loads of those. We've got loads of steel, so we don't really need to worry about steel too much. Caterium, we don't really need to worry too much at all at this level. Anyway, so what we do need, and what I have found myself going to produce quite often, is silica. And in fact, that's why I've put down some workbenches down here. So I can actually produce things here rather than having to fly back to my main base. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've used that for, is to produce silica. And it takes a long time to do as well. So yeah. When it comes to the architecture, I've changed the chevron pattern so that it lines up with the floors inside. I think that looks a lot better. Also, you can see I've put in a bit of a concrete pillar on the inside, just to give it a bit more sort of structural, bit more of a structural look. It doesn't go all the way to the top, because that's just the way things line up, really. I think it looks fine though, because you can't see this from the outside, and it links up with these concrete bits anyway. So I would say that is perfectly fine when it comes to structure. So what I do need to do is get silica on the go. So this is just a completely blank factory. Yeah, we need to figure these things out, don't we? Well, that was an autosave, that was what was going on. So first of all, we need to get our floors in place. Actually, I think we need to figure out exactly how much raw quartz we have coming in, and then figure out how many we need to build, and therefore how many floors we need. So 240 raw quartz per minute. That's not much. That is not much at all. Oh, dearie me. Yeah, maybe the one floor then. Because I need to have a look at a machine. That's why I built this one. I need to look at the machine and figure out exactly how much we've got. See, silica. Oh, look at this. This is going to make maths a bit difficult, so I'll get a calculator out. So each one can take 225 per minute. 225 per minute. Each floor can take 225 per minute. I'm going to need... some to make these quartz crystals rather than silica. So I think one floor will be fine. One floor will be enough. That'll produce 375 silica per minute, which isn't quite a stack, but it's not that far off, and it's certainly well within the limits of a normal fast conveyor belt. So yes, just the one floor. 200. Hang on. The 225 per minute was the input. What was the output again? So I can put it on my 375. That's a very good number, actually. I like that number. See, this is also why I went, but I didn't do the extra one at the end, because it makes the maths easy. 375 per minute, just the one floor. Yeah, that's why I'm not utilising the extra output on these, because it means I get 10 per floor, which keeps the maths easy. So what we need is the roof on our normal floor, our distribution floor, and we'll put that there just for just to mark things out, just so that we know where everything is supposed to go. We'll build the back wall. Of course, it's not in Zoop mode. We'll build the back wall so that we have place for our power to hook onto when we come to wire everything up. I definitely think my voice is a bit strange today. So that would be your normal one. But as you can see, when you reach the top, you've got the two there, and you've got the normal concrete one that goes along the wall, as usual. And then it starts going up. So it's 3 high in the corner, then 4 and then 5 going into the middle. I always have to remind myself, but it's good that I've got other things to check on. And I have to admit that now I've got the design down, it doesn't take long to build these. It really doesn't. So that's your basic design. We don't need that floor. We just need that. Yeah, that's all we need. And we've only got one floor. I don't think anything else uses just the one floor. So yeah, let's fill the floor in now then. The constructors are quite good because they fit on, they align the foundations quite nicely. We'll leave that there, shall we? No, we'll fill it in. I have a feeling that things line up properly when they're like that. So we'll go over to the concrete factory and just have a quick look at how things are aligned, because that is one of my main problems. So this one on the end is, as always, there in the middle of these. But it's just one over. It's just butting up along this seam in the middle. And of course, because they're aligned to the foundations, they're all the same all the way along. And then you've got those going up to the next floor, which we won't have to worry about on our new build. Come on, go up. Look at this, it's all full now. It's nice to be full of concrete. So yeah, that's in that much. You can see the little dot in the corner. That's fine, I can work with that. I believe that's the way I had it in the other factories too. So under here, we're in the middle. So what we need is we need the 8 meter. We need the 8 meter mergers and splitters. Oh, I just missed it. 6, 18, 22, 8. There we go. Just make sure that we can see where this is going. Is that it? That's it, isn't it? Yes, it is. That's perfect. Right, 7 for this one. And that's the wrong way around. Oh, it always does this. It always does this. Every time. There we go. There we go. So now it's the case of doing exactly what I normally do. Putting these in, putting the floor holes. So yeah, putting the floor holes in, putting the lifts on. I was trying to fly up a minute then. Yeah. So let's get doing that then. Okay, so that's all of those done. That doesn't seem right, does it? I'm too far out on this side. That's what it was. Oh, dearie me. Oh well, this isn't going to take long. I had in my mind's eye that the splitter was up the middle here, not the middle. I really should have thought about that, shouldn't I? Anyway, when things go wrong, it makes it fun. So yeah, let's just fix this. This doesn't take long at all. No time at all. No time whatsoever. So we just got to put these floor holes in the right position further out. I believe it's there. I'm going to put that there. And I'm not going to check. Because I am 95% certain that that's where that is. We shall see if that comes back to bite me in the arse later. Probably won't. Probably won't. I'm confident that that's exactly where it needs to be. Bearing in mind the last time I played this game was yesterday. So the details of positioning isn't exactly fresh in my mind. But that looks fine. That looks perfectly fine. So we'll get our 10 constructors in place. We've got plenty of wire and plenty of the plate. So it's really not a problem. Make sure it lines up in that direction first. One a bit over, there we go. That's kind of centered on the platform. There we go, that's perfect. And then snap them in. Beautiful. That's not in the right place. Ah, dearie me. Let's get that in the right place. There we go. And then 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. So you can see that now that I've got the design down and I know the spacings, it's really quick to do these. It really is. Another thing I noticed is that it's much quicker to actually do these top ones first. That wasn't where I wanted it to be. But it's quicker to do these top ones first because you don't have the thing coming out from underneath messing things up if you start up here. Turn that round, there we go. Just point at it and double click and it's really, really fast and easy to do. It's ridiculous actually. So yeah, I'll just do all the other lifts. I'll belt things up because you've seen that before. You've seen that before. It won't take me long anyway. Alright, welcome back. And something has really gone wrong up here. Oh, why? You know, I was saying it's faster and easier to do that. Well, something's really gone wrong. Let's get rid of these. Because that's not right at all. I mean, look, we've done the rest of it. So I'd normally click on there and then hover up there, but it's not really working. So I'll go up there and it puts it there. Right, well, we're just going to have to try and do it from here. Down that way and hope that links on that. That's not linking on that, is it? No, it's not. Okay, so, you know when I said it was easier to do it that way? Doesn't appear to be easier to do it that way at all. Oh, dear. Right, well, let's get rid of these. And we'll try this middle row again. Okay, so let's try this again. No, that's not where I wanted that one to be. You know what I said about it being fun? When things don't go quite right? Yeah. So why is that going down? Oh no, I know what it was now. They're both bloody mergers. Why is that one in the middle of merger? Okay, I think I found the problem. Splitter. That was 8... No, that was 8 meters back there, wasn't it? Why did it put 2 mergers down? But the other end, at that end, there we go. It should have been obvious, because one is this sort of painted red thing, and the other one's more silver. So it should have been more obvious. So, if we do that one up there, double click to put that in, that's all nice. And hopefully, just like that, turn that around to make sure it's in the right direction. And that should be a bit easier. It should be a bit easier to do it that way. A bit easier, a bit quicker. Right, we'll see, shall we? Let's see how quick this might be. At least they keep their rotation. At least they keep the rotation once you set it for the first one. So there. Rotate there. So you should keep that setting now. There we are. That's definitely easier that way. It's definitely easier doing the top than the bottom. There, then there. 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 There, and that one. Right, next thing to do then is put the ones on the side, belt them up, put the power in, put my switch down and feed everything in. So yeah, see you in another minute. Okay, that's everything belted up now. I'll work on power in a bit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to work on getting resources to this place now. So I can't remember how I did it last time. So on the others, putting the thing there seemed to work quite well, and then you have another feed next to it. That works quite well. So you'd have space then for a splitter thingy. I think it went there. I'm gonna have to go and have a. I'm gonna have to have a go and have a quick check, I think, because I don't want to do things differently. Yeah, it's in line with the foundation behind. Right, okay, that's fine. I can work with that. Get the floor hole over here. So that's the middle. That's where you'd have the feed going upstairs if you needed it. So that will go there. Other one will go here. Now the question is which one? Because over there the feed was closer to the incoming resources. But we've rotated this way now, so it doesn't matter too much. But I think we should come over here because everything's coming in on from that edge. So that would work much better. We're going to need to switch to the faster belts. So that's on 2. Bring our fast conveyor lift up. This one over here takes it. I need to reverse it before I do that. Reverse 8. No, reverse it. There we go. Right. So now we don't need a balancer on the input because we haven't got another floor to go up. But we do need one here. I believe it's there, isn't it? Ah, yeah, right. That's where it's going to come in. So we need it roughly in the middle between the two. I seem to remember that little dot there lining up with the red edge. So that's fine. We'll need another one. Because we'll run our feed out to our storage box over there. So this can just come straight here. Do a little rotate to line up. In we go. This comes here. 2 ticks back. Up 1. And then in. I mean, it's fine. It'll be slightly different to the other ones, but this is just a single floor. So the thing's going to be different just because it's a single floor. Bring that over there. That's a bit too far, so that's fine there. Bring that all the way here up to that line. I seem to remember that's fine that way. Let's get our industrial storage in place. So we need that in the middle, like that, but forwards just enough so that the back edge is up against the wall and the front edge is where we need it to be for the the front edge is where we need it to be to stick out from the wall like we like. So that's your conveyor wall. And we're hooked up. It's just a case of putting walls in now. Switch back to 1. We'll put power on. That's where that needs to be. We'll have to set those to produce the right thing in a moment. Punch a hole in the floor. That will be for the elevator. It really doesn't seem to need an elevator. It's only 1 floor, but we shall be consistent. We shall be consistent. While we've got this open, we can put our power switch down. Is that the right way round? No, that's the one with the switch on the front. There we are. I don't really need to name these because the whole building itself is named, but there we are. Do nicely. So, it's time to power everything up. Let's bring the power from over here. Oh, we haven't brought it down yet. Oh, that would make a difference. That would indeed make a difference. I'll remove that one. Did press escape on that, never mind. So, hook onto that, bring it down. Through the floor. Pop it there, there we go. Now that's going to be roughly in line with that. Doesn't have to be. I mean, I say it doesn't have to be perfectly in line, but of course it does. Of course it does. So that's going to be there, but 1 over. Oh, I'm missing some cable. Wow. I haven't run out of cable in ages. Okay. Well, I've got plenty of cable in storage over there. That's perfectly fine. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so that is really looking like a city now, I think. It really is. Yeah, I just wanted to show you what's going on over here. It just so happens that this conveyor comes down through where one of the support is. But that works, because these supports are quite open. That works. That works quite well, actually. So, yeah, let's get over here. Why is there a hole in the floor there? I don't know. I don't remember putting a hole in the floor there. Oh, dearie me. Right. Yes. So we've got plenty of wire now. Let's put this power in. So here we're one in, one to the side. Oh no, it's the other way, isn't it? I'm just going to do that to put that in. We'll need that one later, so we can just remove that and that. Pull it from this one instead. We'll get this right eventually, won't we? Oh, you gotta laugh. It's more fun when there's mistakes. It's far more fun when there's mistakes. So this thing, I tend to want to put these there. At least now. Hook that one up to there. It sags just enough so we can see that that's kind of intentional. Let's get these hooked up to the switch now. So that one is the incoming power, so that goes there. That one's the outgoing power, so that goes on that one. I wish you could colour code these. It would make things a bit easier. Basically, what I've been thinking of is just running the power down the middle of the road and tapping in whenever you need to, but I don't know. The nearest power is quite a long way away. That comes into the middle like that. That's just strange. And we'll tap it off and pull it into the middle of the road. It's fine. Doesn't matter. I'm the only one that's going to see this. I can come around and tidy up later. I can put a bit more effort in then. Okay, we ready? Lovely, everything's on. Everything's on. Don't need to do anything with that apart from rename things. Distribution 1, not distribution floor. Production 1. And then set that to no railings. There we go. That's all done. So we've just got to bring our silica across. So switch back to number 2, grab 7. There's that. We can just bring that straight down the middle. The problem with the fast conveyor belts is that they go a very long way. There's no limit to how long you can make them. You could go all the way over there if you wanted. But the problem is that causes graphical issues. Because the graphical quality of the objects depends on the level of detail, and the entire conveyor belt shares the same level of detail. So it depends on how far away the start of the conveyor belt is, which is kind of annoying. Because if you're running a really, really long one all the way over here, you'd get there and the other end would be so far away that you wouldn't see the items in very good detail. But anyway, so this is going to be quite a long one. Are they going to be fine when they get here? Yeah, no, that's perfectly acceptable. So run this in like that. That's where you are. What we'll do, we'll get rid of that. We'll drop the conveyor lift down first. There we are. And now we can just link into it. autosave really does save at the worst times, doesn't it? There we go, that's there. Stuff is going in. Lovely. So, which way round do we want this to come? We don't really know where this is going to go when we need it next. I'll just do it like that, because that's the way we've had it done for the other ones. So, it should just be a case of programming these now. And giving it plenty of juice. So, Silica. Copy the setting. Paste. 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 I missed it. There we go. Paste that one. Paste that one. We should be ready to start production now. We just need to turn the power on. 3, 2, 1. Douche. They are producing. And there we go. So actually, yeah, how much comes out? No, that's all perfectly fine. Silica racing to go upstairs. Oh, look at all of that. Beautiful bagged up silica. We're going to get spaces in the... Yeah, we are. Good. That means our belts are perfectly fine. Look at that. Look at that. Ah, I don't have to make this manually anymore. That's not bad. Not bad at all. Right. So, all we need to do now is finish off all the architectural bits. So, yeah, I shall see you in a while. Okay, so that's the pillars put in. That gives the illusion of support. Anyway. So it's just the side windows and everything else that needs doing now. See, I found that this first row is always trickiest to put in. Because sometimes it'll snap like that and it won't go on properly. I did an entire wall like that. And it was a bit of a failure. Basically. So it's 2 rows of that because we're on the side wall. And I think I may have gone a bit high with my my pillars. Yes, I have. I've gone a bit high with my pillars, but that's fine. I can remove them later. All right, now that wall is done, it's time to do the slanty edge of the roof. Once again, that's back to 6. There we are. I really need to remember to disable Zoop when I do these. Ah, dear. You would think, wouldn't you, right? That when you Zoop, it would go up the angle, but it doesn't. It just goes up or sideways. I'll have to remove that one. But no, it goes either up or sideways, not in the direction of the ramp that you might be building against. So, yeah, there we go. You can definitely see now that these are far too high. Far too high. Let's get rid of those. Put our roof on. And then we've got a little bit of stuff to do around the front here. Now I prefer to put these in. Put the Zoop back on again. So yes, I prefer to put these in and then and then change them to glass roofs once the entire roof is in. And I'm out of concrete. Look at that, I'm out of concrete. Don't worry, we've got loads. Did say that we burned through concrete like nobody's business, though. Let's see. Look at all of this. An entire row. Let's take an entire row of concrete. There we are. Yes, concrete. I don't use many iron plates with these because they're just concrete walls and concrete foundations. So it's pretty much just concrete and silica. Come on, get that one there. That's fine. Lovely. Come out of that. Go to materials. Glass roof. Pop that in. Yeah, I missed that first one there. And there we go. That's the roof done. I mean, this whole thing has taken me about 50 minutes. It really doesn't take very long at all. I was just about to do the front of this, but there's a few things we need to do first. So, I've decided not to put the wall, the gate there. I think it's fine on the front like that. So that one there, almost all the way up, because you need to put the 1 meter wall in. 1 meter wall in there. I have slightly changed what I'm doing here. I'm only putting the windows in when they line up with the windows on the outside. So I've got a wall there, 2 bits of window there, and then a wall all the way up. So what I need now is, where are you? There you are. And put those in. That's the elevator shaft done. We do need to put the hole. We do need to fix the big hole in the floor. So this back wall is like normal. This front end and that one there, I prefer to do it like that because getting stuff to snap over there is quite difficult. So I'll build our little temporary wall out this side. We'll get rid of it in a minute. And that's a lot easier than trying to line up a wall to fit there. That's just how it is. Put our extra 1 meter wall there. Run a liner along the front. We don't have to do anything else because that's where we are. Get our railing. Make sure the red bits are facing inwards. Now, I did test that and you can walk down there. You can walk through that gap, so that all works. I was slightly concerned when I was figuring out the spacings that wouldn't work, but it does. So we are fine. Come on, up a bit. There we are. Auto save. And now it's just a case of putting the front on. See? See what I mean? When I said that the first row is tricky? We'll go off this side instead. We'll go off the side of stuff that's already there. Because that's easier. Oh, I've gone one too high up there, never mind. Never mind, we'll get this done really quick and then it'll be the end of the episode. So switch back to these. Take it off Zoop. I always forget. And now I've put 2 there. You know what? I'm trying to rush. That's my problem. Because I know you're watching, so I'm trying to rush. And I'm making amateur mistakes. Calm. Get things done properly. And it means that things are actually quicker in the long run. Like staying calm. Taking your time to do things right. That one there. That one there. That's all fine. And we are done. 375 silica per minute factory finished. You can see that going in through there. Lovely. So, yeah, with the way the spacings are going, I am having to make this just a lane rather than a 2-lane road. It's more of an alleyway now. But that's fine. That's fine. I can live with that. So there we go. It's all finished. It's really starting to become a city. I've got all these buildings of different heights along roads. This is going to look great when it's finished. It really will. I quite like it. Basically, yes. If I want to change the design of these now, it's a bit late. It's going to be a lot of work to change this design now. Anyway, this is all running very nicely. How much have we made now? We're at 4,000. That's so much silica. Oh, that would have taken me about 20 minutes of hard manual crafting just to make 2 of those stacks. So yeah, it's definitely best to automate. Anyway, on that note, thanks very much for watching. Always the wrong button. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.